Have you ever felt overwhelmed, stretched too thin, or taken advantage of, simply because you couldn't say one small word, no? It's a common struggle, but here's the thing. Learning to say no isn't just a skill. It's a life-changing act of self-care. In today's video, we're diving deep into the transformative power of saying no. From setting boundaries to taking control of your life, this simple word can make all the difference. So, if you're ready to reclaim your time, your energy, and your peace of mind, stick around because this could be the wake-up call you didn't know you needed. The struggle with saying no. Why is saying no so hard? Many of us are wired to please others, afraid of disappointing or upsetting people. We fear being labeled as selfish or unkind, and society often reinforces these fears by glorifying self-sacrifice. However, constantly saying yes to others often means saying no to ourselves. Over time, this leads to burnout, resentment, and even a loss of identity as we prioritize everyone else's needs over our own. Understanding boundaries. At its core, saying no is about setting boundaries, clear, firm lines that define what's acceptable and what isn't in your relationships, work, and life. Boundaries are not walls to shut people out. They are guidelines that protect your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Without boundaries, you become vulnerable to being overburdened and undervalued. Think of boundaries as a form of self-respect. When you say no to something that doesn't align with your values, goals, or capabilities, you are honoring yourself. And when you honor yourself, others are more likely to honor you too. The psychology of saying no. Saying no isn't just about rejecting requests. It's a psychological reset. It teaches your brain to prioritize what truly matters and helps you focus on quality over quantity. Studies have shown that people who can confidently say no are less likely to experience stress and are better at managing their time and energy. When you say yes to everything, your brain enters a constant state of multitasking, which leads to exhaustion and decreased productivity. But when you say no, you regain control over your decisions, allowing you to focus on tasks that bring meaning and fulfillment. Practical tips for saying no. If you're not used to saying no, it can feel daunting at first. Here are some practical tips to make it easier. 1. Be honest and direct. There's no need for elaborate excuses. A simple, polite, "I appreciate the offer, but I can't commit to this right now" can go a long way. 2. Practice self-awareness. Before responding to a request, ask yourself, do I genuinely have the time and energy for this? Does this align with my priorities? 3. Start small. If saying no outright feels too difficult, start with smaller requests and work your way up. Each time you say no, it will feel more natural. 4. Use positive framing. Instead of focusing on what you're rejecting, emphasize what you're prioritizing. For example, I can't attend the meeting because I need to prepare for another project. 5. Seek support. If someone reacts poorly to your no, remember that their response says more about them than it does about you. Surround yourself with people who respect your boundaries. The ripple effect of boundaries. When you start saying no and setting boundaries, you'll notice profound changes in your life. You'll have more time for the things that truly matter. Your family, your passions, your health. You'll feel more in control and less overwhelmed. And perhaps most importantly, you'll build deeper, more authentic relationships because the people in your life will know and respect the real you, not just the version of you that says yes to everything. Saying no also empowers others to take responsibility for their own needs and challenges. When you stop overextending yourself, you inspire those around you to do the same, creating a culture of mutual respect and balance. Overcoming guilt. One of the biggest hurdles in saying no is overcoming the guilt that often follows. Remember, you are not responsible for other people's happiness or approval. Saying no doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a person who values their own time and well-being. Think of it this way. Every time you say no to something that drains you, you're saying yes to something that nurtures you. And isn't that worth it? Saying no is not an act of selfishness. It's an act of self-love. By setting boundaries, you're not only protecting yourself, but also creating space for the things that truly matter. So, the next time you're faced with a decision, take a moment to pause and ask yourself, is this a yes for them, but a no for me? If it is, remember you have the power to say no. Thank you for watching. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more life-changing insights. And let me know in the comments, what's one thing you've said no to recently that made a big difference in your life? Until next time, take care and remember, you are in charge of your life.